I felt like I had to die to give birth to my daughter. I have to be a new person, and that has to happen really fast.
Being home, alone with a baby, alone with your thoughts, that was mentally very challenging for me. I remember having this feeling like, I gotta get out of here.
I felt isolated because I didn't have anyone to talk to.
I realized that I hit a wall one night, and I was so frustrated, and that's when I said, like, this isn't me. It's time to go talk to someone about why I'm so upset about things.
Never in my life has something rattled my confidence the way that motherhood has.
The baby needs support, yes, but the mom, let me tell you, oh yeah, needs a lot of support.
My name is Jessica. I have 3 children. Their names are Julian, he's 7, Alice, she's 4, and Miles, he's 22 months. You did it! You found it! We found the ball! The pregnancies for my first 2 babies had been really nice. When we were pregnant with our 3rd, we had this expectation that things were going to be kind of the way they were before. Cooking. What's he doing? On the weekend, close to when I was due, I went into the bathroom and suddenly needed to be in cold water, and I pushed once and my water broke, and at that point my husband came into the bathroom and said, "What are you doing in the shower? Dinner's ready." And then I pushed twice and he caught the baby. I remember just sort of standing there, really paralyzed. I know that things happened around me during those moments. I don't know that I was really present anymore. And that really colored the next few months of our lives together. I was having some intrusive thoughts that, because I had 2 previous postpartum experiences, I knew were not normal. Nothing was safe enough, which is very clearly connected to how this baby came into the world. Yes, it was starting to take over. I was not leaving the bedroom with our newborn son, and it wasn't until my 5-year-old at the time slipped a note under the door of the bedroom, and it said, "Dear Mommy, I'm sorry you're so sad all the time. I'm here to make you happy." If that wasn't a wake-up call, someone was gonna have to throw me out a moving car, because my family was being affected by my behavior and I was not taking care of them, which was my biggest fear to begin with. And so my husband and my mother encouraged me to call a number of places to seek help, and my midwives introduced me to the Motherhood Center.
The Motherhood Center is a treatment facility for women who are having anywhere from mild to severe pregnancy or postpartum related issues. So things like depression or bipolar depression or hypomania or anxiety, generalized anxiety, PTSD, OCD, any of these illnesses, which can happen at any time, but are particularly fraught and sometimes hard to recognize when they happen during pregnancy or in the postpartum.
The research that we do have suggests that about 1 in 7 women experience a perinatal mood and anxiety disorder. So that's during pregnancy or in the postpartum period. For those of us who do the work, we know it's probably more like 1 in 3. It's that common.
We came in on the same day. You just said hi, I think. We just started talking.
I probably just started talking to you. Yeah.
I was like, she looks cool. My first day, I walked in and I sat down in between 2 remarkable women, and I felt like I was just being hugged by the biggest, warmest, coziest blanket ever. And I'm so excited that happened because it normalized the experience for me.
Hi, Moo. Hi, Moo.
Say hi.
I thought these were strong, smart, caring women, and they were experiencing a variation of what I was experiencing too. And there was nothing sick about them. There was nothing sad about them.
I have been in therapy, on and off my whole life. So I was aware that something like this could happen, and I was aware that it could be so dramatic that it would just kind of like trigger something inside of you. But I wasn't prepared for the feeling of being totally disconnected from my kid. I thought no matter what happened in the hospital and how scary it was and, you know, all the things that happened, I would just have that moment, you know, that like fall in love, like everything is bliss moment. And it was so entirely the opposite.
I was in a 4-day-long panic attack. I was 8.5 months pregnant. And I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I was stuck in OCD patterns for up to 8 hours a day sometimes. And I thought I would be nervous and scared, but I didn't know I would be not able to function.
It can be very confusing to distinguish between what's normal and what's not during pregnancy, but also during the postpartum. So it's no wonder that postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety, different PMADs get missed because women think, well, this is normal. And by the way, so do doctors and midwives and other healthcare professionals will say, you're fine. It's just new motherhood.
Where's it go? I didn't know that there were a range and variation of mood disorders that applied to the perinatal period. I didn't know that anxiety was a part of a mood disorder in the postpartum time period. I thought that this was just maybe the new normal. And I thought, how can this be? Because I've done this before, and there's sort of this shame spiral that goes with that. And I can certainly know how terrifying that must be for a parent who's having their first child, that they just think this is how it is now. This is how it's going to be.
If we can talk about perinatal mood and anxiety disorders, how common they are, and how normal a challenging transition to motherhood is, with or without a perinatal mood and anxiety disorder, right? Just for the, regular old mom just trying to become a mom. It's hard. And because we don't acknowledge that societally, personally, in families, anywhere, there's shame abounds, and it's an enormous problem.
Don't keep it in. Speak to somebody that you trust, whether it's a provider, a friend, or a family that can help you get the help and support you need.
These illnesses are so incredibly treatable.
I was in there thinking the birth of my son is going to be the worst experience of my life. I don't know how I'm going to handle it. And it turned out to be this incredibly empowering, positive, sort of wondrous experience. To have that actual change is a miracle.
Totally.
Right?
It really is.
Like, just
really
that
is.
You can get help and it can be different.